Test 1 2 1 2 3. If everyone could please have a seat, we're about to start the program. Thank you.
Talking about somebody who goes on the New Jersey Transit reliability here. Here comes the congressman, just as we're ready to kick off. So, Congressman, thank you. Can you? Okay. Good morning, everyone, and thank you all for joining us today. It certainly marks a very significant milestone at NJ Transit and, more importantly, an extremely promising day for our customers as we unveil the next generation of multi-level rail cars coming to New Jersey Transit. To begin, I want to take this opportunity to thank Governor Murphy for his leadership in helping make this moment a reality. Governor Murphy's focus on sustainable growth and long-term investment set the stage for NJ Transit to rebuild our infrastructure, including new multi-level 3 rail cars we see here today, and to deliver the high-quality service New Jerseyans expect and deserve. We are also honored to have several esteemed leaders from federal and state government with us, each of whom has demonstrated a strong commitment to public transit and New Jersey's future. As you see, United States Congressman Rob Menendez, representing New Jersey's 8th District, and New Jersey State Assemblyman Clinton Calabrese, with family here, representing the 36th District, who also serves as chair for the Assembly Transportation Committee, are here with us today. Both the congressmen and assemblymen have been staunch supporters and advocates for the resources and support NJ Transit needs to achieve our goal of consistently delivering a world-class experience for our riders. And speaking of support, I'm pleased that Mike Collada, the FTA Regional Administrator for Region 2 and just a critical valued partner for NJ Transit, has been able to join us here today. NJ Transit has invested more than $950 million to purchase 174 of these new multi-level rail cars, with approximately $270 million funded with state dollars. Thank you, Governor and Assemblyman. And approximately $680 million generously funded by the federal government from the FTA, which includes the 25 additional rail cars funded as part of the Portal North Bridge project. So thank you, Mike. Please keep those federal dollars coming. We certainly appreciate it. I think Mike has said, with all the capital expenditures currently underway at New Jersey Transit, we're told we now have the second largest capital program in the nation, behind only New York's MTA. And Mike, for those who may remember the ad, number 2 tries harder, so we are trying harder. I would say that I'd also like to thank the person leading the manufacturing for all these new cars, Alstom's Vice President of Rolling Stock, David Vanderwee, who's also joining us today, and we all had really appreciate all David and his team has done, particularly in light of the minor disruptions like a pandemic, the challenge with the manufacturing process due to the logistics shortage, et cetera, over the last few years. And Mike Collada and myself and others recently toured the plant in Plattsburgh, New York, and it was just extremely impressive to see that production line coming. And finally, while not here today, I would also like to give a shout out to New Jersey State Senator Pat Dignan, who also serves as the Senate Transportation Committee Chair and has been a great friend and supporter of NJ Transit and a tireless advocate for us as well. The car we see today here, along with 3 others, will be shipped to Pueblo, Colorado next month for high-speed performance and qualification testing before being shipped back to NJ Transit. We expect them to begin entering passenger service sometime in the middle of next year. and we are planning to have the original 113 rail cars we purchased in 2018, when the governor, with all the headaches we had in 2018, had the vision, said we need to upgrade the fleet. That was when we ordered the original 113 rail cars, and they will be in service in 2026, at which time most of the 40-year-old Aero 3 cars will be retired, 40-plus-year-old cars. The 25 additional cars purchased in 2022 are expected to be in service in mid to late 2027, and the remaining 36 additional cars approved for purchase by NJ Transit's Board of Directors back in July of this year are expected to be in service by the end of 2028. And provided the capital funding remains available, we can exercise an option to purchase up to an additional 100 new multi-levels in 2025 to start replacing the aging Comet 2s and Comet 4s, which are approaching the end of their useful life. These new multi-level cars we previewed today will not only provide a more comfortable ride for our customers, but also significantly improve service reliability. I know everyone remembers the challenges we faced with reliability on the rails back in May and June, a largely result of Amtrak's aging infrastructure on the Northeast Corridor, which they, along with support from NJ Transit, have done a significant amount of work this past summer to repair and replace key infrastructure components. And while these efforts have yielded positive results so far, another key factor in improving reliability is the modernization of NJ Transit's aging rail fleet, some of which is in fact more than 50 years old. We inherited them from the previous private carriers. These new rail cars also feature many customer-focused amenities, including USB charging ports at the seats, new onboard information displays, and other things that significantly enhance the overall customer experience. They're far more energy efficient with LED lighting and improved climate control systems that reduce overall energy usage. The cars will also increase seating capacity by approximately 11% compared to the old Aeros they're replacing, which is especially important as we continue to progress key projects like Portal North Bridge, and then we see ridership coming back to pre-pandemic levels, which is advancing, the bridge is advancing at a blistering pace and is now, as many of you have seen, more than 70% complete. And as Mike knows, it's on time and at least on budget, if not under, which will be opening in 2026. So, Governor, your commitment to NJ Transit and our customers has allowed us to address years, indeed decades, of underinvestment and has put NJ Transit on an upward trajectory that continues today. I do want to take just a moment, though, to remind everyone where the agency was when you took office, Governor, because it's easy to forget exactly how bad it was when we arrived. Back in 2018, as an organization on life support, had a batch of overwhelming challenges. As people know, we had a severe shortage of locomotive engineers, resulting in far too frequent and unpredictable train cancellations, a federal required positive train control project woefully behind schedule, and our aging bus fleet and rail fleet of 40 to 50-year-old with no relief in sight. And remarkably, emblematic of that, there was no strategic plan and no 5-year capital plan. Fast forward to today, we are not only addressed all the challenges I just mentioned, we have also significantly improved our infrastructure, the customer experience, and most importantly, our service. And don't take my word for it, as the governor certainly knows, NJ Transit played an important role in New Jersey being selected to host the FIFA 2026 World Cup Finals, and now they're bringing the FIFA 2025 Club World Cup Finals to MetLife this summer. And as we know from our extensive collaboration with FIFA and the host committee in preparation for these games, high-quality public transit is an essential element for a successful World Cup. And New Jersey never would have won the World Cup, I believe, in the finals if FIFA did not have full confidence in NJ Transit's ability to deliver a world-class experience for their fans. And you've heard me mention infrastructure. I think it's important to highlight the progress we've made overall. Many of you heard me share that in 2017, the year before the governor took office, NJ Transit had only less than $60 million in hard money construction contracts out in the street. Since 2018, we advanced some $6 billion worth of projects, including both infrastructure projects and train and bus vehicle purchases, and additional $8 billion in capital projects currently underway and to continue over the next 3 years. Going forward, NJ Transit is putting the finishing touches of our next 5-year capital plan, and today I'm proud to share that we'll be advancing another massive level of construction activity in line with our previous plan, an additional $17 billion worth of projects envisioned in that plan. So to be clear, there's absolutely no way that this could have come about without the vision and support of Governor Phil Murphy and our federal partners. To see a comprehensive list of these, everything, please visit our njtransit.com/progress website. Governor, as you often say, we're not spiking the football here. We know there's still work to do, but in the 6+ years you've been in office, NJ Transit has achieved milestones that most never would have thought possible in 2018. Your legacy as a champion of public transit will be defined by the tremendous progress you have set in motion, a stronger, fairer, and far more reliable system that will continue to transform the customer experience and deliver for New Jerseyans for years to come. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Governor Phil Murphy.
Thank you. I said to Rob Menendez that I slipped Kevin a 20 to say nice things about me, and I want to say I got my money's worth today. So, Kevin, thank you. Before I get into why we're here, and I'm going to be brief this morning, I do want to echo a news story that just went out that Kate McDonald will be our new chief counsel. She's somebody who's been with us in our administration since day one. She was deputy chief counsel, senior deputy chief counsel. She worked in the AG's office. She then worked most recently, in fact, I think she's still at the Department of Community Affairs as deputy commissioner. Outstanding talent, and thrilled that she is stepping into some big shoes. Paramel Garg did a great job as chief counsel for many years. Another guy who was with us from day one. So thrilled to have Kate on board. Kevin, unlike you, as she is a graduate of the University of Notre Dame, and she was a lot happier Saturday night than you were as a Navy grad. But in any event, thrilled to have her on the team in the front office. She'll start in a couple of weeks and will overlap with Paramel for a bit. Kevin, thank you for your leadership, for your service to our nation. It is one of the hottest seats probably in America, but certainly in Jersey, to be the CEO of NJ Transit. And you have weathered 7 years of incomings, including, as you rightfully pointed out, when this thing was a complete and utter mess. You know, we had a bad summer, or take June in particular, which was just a lousy month for our customers and commuters. Again, a lot of it Amtrak specific. And by the way, I'm going to reconvene the summit that led to a lot of good things beginning midsummer onward. We're going to get together again, I think, on November 20 with Amtrak leadership and compare notes and report in terms of the progress that's been made. But when you have a bad month like that, rightfully, we're focused on fixing what's right in front of us. Your nose is pressed against the glass. You tend to forget that the entire system was in complete meltdown when we walked in here in January of 2018. And Kevin, to you and your senior staff, many of whom are here today, to your board, you deserve a lot of credit. So thank you, man. I also want to shout out the couple of the elected officials with us. I mentioned them already. Congressman Rob Menendez. Rob is an outstanding leader of our state in Washington, and I think not a political event, with a little bit of luck, he's going to be joined very shortly by this woman, Senator Nellie Poe. Nellie, great to have you with us. Nellie and I are spending a lot of time together over the past few days. Great to have you. Clinton Calabrese, who brought the whole team with him this morning. Clinton, always an honor to have you with us as well, and thanks for your leadership. Mike Culotta, I want to just say, you as the FTA regional administrator, you and your colleagues have been extraordinary partners of ours. We could not have made the progress that we've made. Again, we're not perfect. We're not going to tear our rotator cuff patting ourselves on the back. But whatever progress we've made, and it's been a lot, we would not have made it without you. So deep, deep thanks. And David Vanderwee, great to have you representing Alstom. As you reminded me, we were last together in Montreal a couple of months ago, and it's great to have you in Jersey. You all have made this extraordinary machine behind me, and deep thanks to you and your colleagues. I just had a chance to tour this thing, and it's extraordinary. And I'm going to be very brief because Kevin's already given you but Kevin called it a rolling data center that happens to have seats. I also want to give a shout out to our brothers and sisters in organized labor, without whom NJ Transit would not be what it is. Let there be no doubt about that. And they have hung in there. As bad as it was, they have hung in there day in and day out, and we will never forget that. But this thing is extraordinary. And I believe this data point is accurate. It's 20 times more reliable than the current 40-something-year-old cars, meaning, I think this math is right, every 20,000 miles the current cars need to go in for a checkup. This is every 400,000 miles, which is extraordinary. And commuters will feel that. They'll see it. These are a lot faster. Not this one, but ultimately when the whole batch, we're spending almost $1 billion to get these suckers up and running. Not this one, but a bunch of them will be self-propelled, meaning you don't need a locomotive to move them. Just one data point after another. Seats give you more space, a bike rack, USB plugs, just the whole LED screens in the car, so you don't necessarily have to hear what the announcement is about some development or not. You're going to see it pop up right in front of you. I could go on and won't, just to say, now these aren't going in service tomorrow. As Kevin said, they've got I think Alstom takes them back up to your shop, and then they go out to Pueblo, Colorado, I think, Mike, for the feds to give them. By the way, this has positive train control, obviously, built into it. That was one of the things that we had to race to get done in 2018. We won't have to worry about that with these new cars. They come to us with that safety feature, which is incredibly important, already embedded in the car. So it's just one thing after another, and I can't tell you how thrilled I am. It'll be next year they'll be in service, and then I think the objective, it'll be after I've hung up my cleats. Kevin will probably still be here, but in the year 2029, the entire fleet will be new. So this is going to be a big chunk of the fleet. Give us a few more years, and you say 2029, that's 5 years from now. Guess what? We've been in office 7 years. So it may feel like a long time, but look at the progress we've made over the course of the past 7 years. Again, I'm thrilled to be here today. NJ Transit is not perfect. Let's all none of us are. But this is an example of the progress that we have made that has been overwhelming. And I promise to the commuters and customers out there, we will stay at it and sprint through the tape over the last 15 or so months of our administration. With that, please help me welcome an outstanding representative in Washington, D.C. on behalf of his constituents, on behalf of NJ Transit, on behalf of everybody, Congressman Rob Menendez.
Good morning. It's a privilege to be here with all of you. Kevin, thank you as always for all that you do for NJ Transit. Michael, it's always been a privilege to partner with you in my 2 years in office. Assemblyman, thank you for being such a great partner at the state level. Senator and future colleague Nellie, thank you for all that you've done and will continue to do, hopefully, in this new role. I thought Kevin wasn't going to leave me much to say about the governor, but I do have a lot that I want to say about Governor Murphy. I love mass transit. I love infrastructure. I enjoyed my time as a commissioner at the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey, and in my time in the House on the Committee on Transportation and Infrastructure. These are tough challenges. And you've seen a lot of other administrations not take the challenge head on. Governor Murphy and his team with Kevin have done just that. They've taken on a big challenge. They've made great strides. This behind us is a testament to that work. The future of NJ Transit is a testament to that work, and it's a privilege to call Governor Murphy a friend, a colleague, a collaborator, and I'm thankful for all that he does and that his team does in leading the state forward. So thank you, Governor. New Jersey is incredible. This is my favorite place in the world. This is where I'm raising my kids. This is where I grew up. We know that we have a challenge with NJ Transit. We were just with Kevin and the folks at Amtrak and other colleagues touring parts of the Northeast Corridor, and we know we have aging infrastructure. It's a challenge. It's been underinvested for decades, both at the federal and state level. We know that. But instead of just ignoring the problem, we're taking it head on. And we're collaborating across all levels of government to create a future for our commuters, for our residents, that we can all be proud of. On the tour, we saw 100-year-old infrastructure. We also saw the Portal North Bridge, which is coming in under budget and on time. That's an incredible achievement as part of the Gateway program. We are doing great things for the state of New Jersey, for this region. We are increasing our capacity and the future of what modern rail will look like in New Jersey. You may not see it every single day, but it's happening. And I couldn't be prouder to be a partner in that effort. We are moving the region forward. We have great partners at the FDA. We have great partners at the state, local, county levels, and we're going to continue working together. What we saw this summer is part of the challenge, but we're not giving up, and we'll never give up. We believe that New Jersey residents deserve the best, and that's why I'm so thankful for the governor and all that he has done and his administration has done to give New Jerseyans what they deserve. And I'm proud to be a partner in that with you, Governor, and I look forward to continuing the work together with all of you and celebrating many more milestones together. With that, I'll turn it back over to the Master of Ceremonies. Oh, you want to come? I was going to say Kevin, but if the governor wants to come.
That's me, apparently. Let's hear it for Rob Menendez.
Governor Murphy. Love you, buddy.
You know, I say this a lot about Rob personally, and I know I'll say it about Nellie when she's down there, and colleagues, but I don't think there's any arena, and you alluded to this, there's any arena that's more important in terms of federal-state coordination than transportation. And certainly within that, NJ Transit. But that also runs to highways and bridges and roads and tunnels. Look at the Gateway project, the largest infrastructure project in America right now as an example. Rob, we wouldn't be here without you. So deep, deep thanks. I mentioned we got two outstanding legislators here today, Senator Nellie Poe and Congressman Clinton Calabrese, and they flipped a coin, and Clinton is going to speak on behalf of the New Jersey State Legislature. Come on down, Clinton.
Thank you for that promotion, Governor. However, Congress is not for me just yet. My name is Clinton Calabrese. I'm the chair of the Transportation Committee in the General Assembly. Senator Nellie Poe, who will hopefully and eventually be my Congresswoman, and we support you very much, Nellie, from Cliffside Park. But thank you very much for being here. This is wonderful. It's my first time at this location. My son's having a blast. There he goes. Let me make this as quick as I can. Okay, come on. So I'm privileged to be here as we unveil the multi-level third edition rail cars. It's okay. And it's a significant step forward in sustainability and government efficiency. These electric self-propelled vehicles should not only enhance capacity, comfort, and reliability for commuters, but also significantly lower operating costs through reduced fuel consumption, maintenance needs, and mechanical capacity. As an advocate for innovation and government efficiency, I am proud to support these transformative advancements that prioritize the commuter experience. The energy efficiency of these new rail cars behind me underscore our commitment to sustainability. By embracing this advanced technology, we are positioning New Jersey as a national leader in transportation, both for the immediate and the long-term goals of a greener, more efficient future for our state. And when we make these big investments in rail car and infrastructure, as they were talking about, alluding to earlier, you know, it's really not for me at this point. It's really for the next generation, and you see it right here. Because for infrastructure as large as this and as complicated as this, you have to continually keep investing dollars. As much as people hate to hear it, you have to do it in order for it to be maintained at a position where it's going to be reliable and it's going to work and it's going to be safe for all commuters. So thank you very much for having me. I appreciate it, and have a great day.
I neglected to say that Kevin mentioned Pat Duggan, who's chair of the Senate Transportation Committee, and Nellie's colleague in the Senate, Clinton, as he mentioned, is chair of the Assembly Transportation Committee, and those are two really important bodies for us as we gather on a day like today. Clinton, thank you. God bless you and the family as well. I mentioned Mike Gulotto. Actually, all of us have mentioned him. The FTA regional administrator has been an extraordinary partner with us. We don't get to today without him and his colleagues, without the federal support. So, Mike, come on down.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Governor Murphy. And thank you for that kind introduction. It's an honor to be with you all here today. On behalf of Federal Transit Deputy Administrator Veronica Vanterpool, Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg, and the entire Biden-Harris administration, I would like to thank Governor Murphy for your leadership and for organizing today's event as we celebrate the unveiling of New Jersey Transit's multi-level rail cars. Congratulations, Governor Murphy, to you and the entire team at New Jersey Transit for reaching this significant milestone. I'd also like to thank and acknowledge, as he's sneaking out, one of our key partners and allies on the Hill, Congressman Rob Menendez, who serves on the House Transportation and Infrastructure Committee. Congressman Menendez, thank you for your support for transit and for fighting for federal dollars to be invested right here in the great state of New Jersey. I also would like to thank my friend and colleague, New Jersey Transit President and CEO Kevin Corbett. I echo everything that the governor said about you earlier. You have one of the hottest seats in the nation. It has been a privilege to work with you over the last 6 years and see all the incredible work that you've done to transform your organization into a world-class organization. And just kudos to you and your leadership team, Rick Schaefer, Linda DiGiovanni, all your team that's gathered here today. It's truly been a privilege and an honor to work with you all over the last 6 years. So thank you for your leadership. I also would like to acknowledge my team that's here at the Federal Transit Administration. This is teamwork, and it couldn't be done without other folks from FTA. We're joined today by our lead engineer on this project, June Yan. So June, I would just like to thank you for all the work that you've done to support projects like this and the tireless efforts that you've put into making sure that these rail cars get delivered for New Jersey Transit. New Jersey Transit's rolling stock procurement, it's a signature state of good repair project in the Federal Transit Administration's national portfolio. To date, FTA has invested $567.5 million towards the purchase of 174 new multi-level rail cars to replace New Jersey Transit's aging fleet of the Aero 3 EMUs. As Kevin mentioned earlier this year, we had the pleasure of touring Alstom's manufacturing plant up in Plattsburgh, New York, where we were able to see firsthand this future fleet of rail cars rolling off the assembly line. Let me tell you, these rail cars will be a game changer for commuters in New Jersey. Kevin mentioned some of the data earlier. These rail cars are loaded with state-of-the-art technology, including USB charging ports, automatic doors, touchless vanities, and new onboard information displays. The new rail cars will embrace innovation with new onboard propulsion systems, eliminating the need for separate locomotives. There will be improved safety features, such as new LED lighting, anti-skid strips and treads, and video surveillance systems which will help commuters travel safely. They will be equipped with positive train control. They will feature improved accessibility for those with disabilities, including onboard bridge plates for easier access for those in wheelchairs. And there will be improved efficiency with cars operating at increased speeds and increased seating capacity. It's also important to recognize this project's impact on the economy, which we saw firsthand in Plattsburgh, where Alstom employs its labor force with manufacturing and supply chain activities occurring all over the country. The project will have a tremendous impact on New Jerseyans. And when commuters step up onto platforms around the state, they will be greeted by new doors of opportunity, carrying them to work, to school, to medical appointments, and all of the things that make this region one of the best places to live and work in the United States. The project represents another example of how the federal government is investing in transit infrastructure and improving how we serve people in our region. And let me say, more than half of the nation's daily transit ridership, more than half of the people that take a bus or a train every day, they do it right here in our region, here in New Jersey. So this will have a huge impact on commuters all over our region. With the enactment of the bipartisan infrastructure law and the historic investment of $108 billion for public transportation. I'm looking forward to celebrating more events like this one today. I can't wait until next year when we get to walk across Portal North Bridge. And it is so impressive. That project is almost 75% complete. It's on time, it's on budget, and Kevin, this is all because of your leadership, so thanks for that. I'm so excited about that project. That is another signature infrastructure project, not just for our region, but for the entire United States, so thank you for your leadership on that too. Governor Murphy, again, I would just like to thank you for your support of transit and for your financial commitments to New Jersey Transit. That is so critical, the work that you're doing with the legislature to keep a sustained investment for New Jersey Transit, keeping things stable for the years to come. Again, thanks to Congressman Menendez, thanks to Alstom, David Vanderwee, and Danny Simons for helping New Jersey Transit to deliver on its commitment to improve service for its riders. And just again, I'd like to congratulate Kevin Corbett, the entire New Jersey Transit team, and all of the public officials who are gathered here today for your efforts in advancing this important project. Job well done. Thank you. We'll turn it back over to our Master of Ceremonies, Governor Murphy.
Mike, great job. Deep, deep thanks again to you and your colleagues, to the Secretary, to Polly, everybody who's in and around this. And your comment about Portal North is pretty darn exciting. So we're looking forward to cutting the ribbon on that, not just putting shovels in the ground, which we did a few years ago. Last but not least, and after he speaks, I will cede the microphone and the coordinating duties back to Kevin. But Alstom has made this extraordinary piece of equipment behind us. And David and I were together a couple of weeks ago, I guess a couple of months ago at this point, in Montreal. It's great to welcome you to Jersey. Representing Alstom, please help me welcome David Vanderwee.
Good morning, everybody. I'd like to start, of course, by thanking Governor Murphy for the invitation, and also thank you for your vision and dedication in expanding and modernizing transit for New Jersey. Kevin, I want to sincerely thank you. It's been almost 2 generations of trusted partnership between Alstom and New Jersey Transit. It's something we cherish very, very much, and we look forward to continuing that for many years to come. I'm here today representing many people, the employees that worked very, very hard to put the train together, manufacture the train that you see behind me, and who are, as we speak, right here, right now, not here, but back in Plattsburgh and many other locations, manufacturing many more. These facilities include my Pittsburgh facility, where we make critical subsystems that you don't see, but that are inside the train. And of course, our team in Plattsburgh, who have the big responsibility of putting it all together to bring the product that you see behind me to life. There's a lot of fingerprints all over this train to make something like this happen. It's not just Alstom employees. There's a broad base of American suppliers, supported by policies like Buy America, thousands of men and women across many states. Examples like batteries from Georgia, brake systems from South Carolina, critical bearings from Ohio. All these people come together to make this product. These people, welders, mechanics, assemblers, supervisors, quality inspectors, they come in every single day with one thought: how to make the best, highest quality transit for New Jersey. And that thought is what propels us forward. The quality of this product has a foundation, and that foundation is 2 generations of multi-level for New Jersey that are service proven. However, the car that you see behind me is not just your father's Oldsmobile. It has many improvements, many enhancements. Now, I have a long list of things that I was going to go over, but all the previous speakers were so eloquent about it that I'll maybe summarize a little bit. It's more efficient, it's more comfortable, it's more accessible, and it has certain modern features that represent our daily lives. I mean, you need to plug these things in once in a while, and now you can do so on the way home. On behalf of those employees, myself included, we take this responsibility very seriously, and we want to thank you for allowing us to play a small part in the lives of the people of New Jersey and along the Northeast. When people are taking New Jersey Transit, whether it's to sporting events, to go to work and commute, to go to school, the quality of mobility that they have is intimately connected to their quality of life. And we want to continue to be part of that. So we look forward to the continued expansion and modernization of transit in New Jersey and also across the Northeast. Thank you very much.
Thanks, and thank you, Governor, for emceeing. I have to say, it's like getting a choice between having, the boss, and I don't mean him as my boss. I mean the boss. Come up and give a song versus me. Believe me, Governor, so great again. And I would have to say I didn't slip him with 20. After all the pain he and Tammy particularly went through in those early years, I owe you a good dinner. You and Tammy a good dinner with a good bottle of Chateau Lafite Rothschild for everything you've had. You never bat 1,000 in transit, and every day you're only as good as your last at bat. But boy, tonight you're on alone, without the kids, without me. That'd be great. So with that, we now have some photo. Oh, and Ellie, sorry about missing the. My bad. That's why he's a better MC. But we now have some photos. So I think for all those who spoke, if you come up, we'll do a photo in front of the car. I think Governor, right in front here. And then there'll be some other photos that Carol will orchestrate after the first one.